Hello, Brad Googins. I'm formerly a professor at Boston College and now working in social entrepreneurship in Africa through the Catholic University of Milan. Well, I think there's a couple of messages that I think of right now. One is that we've got to be aware of what a tumultuous time we're living in, and everything is sort of in disruption. You know, as I mentioned, I think about this refugee issue that suddenly came on so suddenly. Well, it hasn't been sudden because the refugees have been there so I think we're beginning to understand that whether it's the climate change or whether it's refugees or the political situation in every country, that things are really up in the air in many ways. And I think that's both frightening but also filled with opportunities, because when things are in chaos like this, people are looking for new solutions. So from a CSR perspective, I think that gives us some great opportunities. And again, I think the whole social innovation, social entrepreneurship movement reflects a lot of this, that people are struggling with trying to find ways to cope with this change, and that perhaps this is one of the ways by which this gets reflected. I always think of the social enterprise movement as sort of a statement that we do not put our trust in governments or even corporations. We've got to take our own charge of our own lives and our own situations, and I get a lot more fulfillment out of starting a business, and I like that. So I think we're seeing a lot more of that. Well, I think the challenge for all of us, really, not just to them, but I think for all of us, is to keep deepening our understanding of what's behind all these disruptions and changes. And the challenge would be, how could we, sort of use our passion for entrepreneurship or social innovation or CSR, how could we channel that passion towards helping resolve some of these very difficult and challenging issues? And secondly, how could we network better together? Because we can't do this by ourselves. We need to be supported by each other. These are really difficult. So how could we create networks such as we do at this conference? It's a wonderful network. But how do we do it outside the conference? And how can we maximize those networks, particularly given the fact that we have wonderful electronic means to do that today? So I think that would be my challenge.